Greetings ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs and I welcome you to another Fire Emblem character spotlights. I wasn't joking when I said I would feature some obscure and unknown characters on this show. This particular character has only been mentioned a single time in the comments section, and even then only as a joke. I wouldn't even be surprised if you completely forgot about him after your first playthrough of Thracia 776. Today we are taking a look at Ralf. Yeah, Ralf. You remember him, right? No? I'm not making this up. He was a character in Fire Emblem. No, not that Ralf. Ralf the hero. From Thracia. No? Oh, come on! Right, well, I guess it's time to educate you. Let's get started. This will probably be a very short spotlight. All we really know about Ralf is that he grew up in a small, irrelevant village in Thracia. When bandits attack from the mountains, he teams up with Amalda to protect it. Then along comes Leif and Ralf is like, "Sup, I don't like the Empire much. Let me fight with you." Leif says yes and asks him to warm the bench, and that's about it. That is Ralf's role in Thracia 776. After the events of the game, he becomes a farmer. The end. Not much can be said about Ralf's appearance. He is a grown man, somewhere around his 30s, with a muscular build, standard clothes and short brown hair. There is literally no art of him out on the internet, just 2 pictures from the official artwork, so we don't really have much to go on. As Ralf's entire dialogue only consists of a few simple lines, his personality in the game remains mostly a mystery, but if anything, he is shown to be a good, diligent and honorable individual, willing to stand up and risk his life for others. Ralf may not be the hero of legend that will inspire songs and books, but he is a hero nevertheless. An average hero, a hero of the common people. Just a guy that stands for what he believes in and stands up for others. There is literally nothing special or heroic about him whatsoever, but that doesn't stop him from rising up and fighting the evil empire. When you think about it, it's quite fucking fantastic, really. We need more people like Ralf. So let's talk about his usefulness, shall we? I'm pretty sure most of you guys took one good look at Ralf after you recruited him and benched him pretty fast, and honestly I can't blame you. Nothing really sticks out with this guy. He doesn't support with anyone, he lacks any skills, he does not have any movement or leadership stars, and he only has a PPC of 1. Furthermore, if you trained either Othin or Havan, they will both completely eclipse him in terms of usefulness at this point. Hell, even Marty will be better. Okay, maybe not. Ralf will join you in chapter 15, right before the route split, which is not extremely late, nor particularly early either. Damn, even his join time is generic. Since so little about Ralf stands out, it can be easy to overlook his very solid base stats. His speed of 14 is actually pretty darn decent, considering Thracia 776 caps out all stats at 20, and while his growths are average at best, all of his offensive-oriented base stats are well on par to fight any enemies at this stage of the game, and for quite a few chapters onward. Ralf also has great build, and an impressive 35% growth in the stat, meaning he doesn't get slowed down by heavy axes and blades. And while you have plenty of characters capable of capturing enemies at this point, particularly your mounted units, Ralf can still be quite decent at capturing enemies during indoor maps, where units on horseback are forced to dismount. If it was any other Fire Emblem game, I would be done talking about this benchwarmer already, but with Thracia 776 fatigue system in place, some of your best sword and axe users can suddenly find themselves out of action at the worst possible time, and that's where Ralf comes in. That's where he might actually get some time to shine. Ralf may not be as good as the units he is replacing, in fact, he's far from it, but he is a viable substitute thanks to his amazing weapon ranks. He comes with A rank in swords as well as C rank in axes, which after a short time will become B rank, and since there are no A rank axes in Thracia 776, this will allow him to practically wield all swords and axes in the game, aside from the Puji. And then there's of course the Crusader Scrolls, which can make any unit viable in this game. You can stack Ralf's inventory full of these to make him cap every single stat in the game, but unless you want to do it purely for shits and giggles, it's a waste of time, as there are other characters who should be carrying scrolls at this point. You could give Ralf a generic scroll, such as the Baldur scroll, just to make him immune to critical hits, as his luck is garbage, but it really shouldn't be necessary. No matter how you look at it, Ralf is a backup unit, but he is a solid backup unit. He is there to step in when many of your key fighters are fatigued, or if you didn't train any axe users and want someone capable of wielding utility weapons such as hammers or halberds. Don't invest stat boosters or manuals into him, he is simply not worth it, but that doesn't mean you should permanently bench him either. Use this generic hero for what he's worth and let others take the glory. Ralf doesn't care anyway, he just wants to go back to farming once all this is over. A fun little fact regarding Ralf that can be found by reading the game's code is that he is actually set to promote to a hero, despite already being one, which is something that is unique to him alone. This shows that the developers probably had plans to initially make him an axe fighter. Somewhere down the line, however, they decided to make him a pre-promoted hero instead, but forgot to remove the code, so it might have been a last-minute call. It is questionable why they decided to do this, as the decision left Ralf as one of the most unmemorable characters in Fire Emblem history. If he actually came as an unpromoted unit, but with the same base stats and weapon ranks, he would actually have had some pretty good potential, though it would have been hard to justify spending a valuable Knight's Crest on him. Thank you for watching this character spotlights. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to feature a character in a future episode, please post it in the comment section below. Just make sure you visit the playlist by clicking the link in the video description, as I may already have featured your favorite character. Either way, a like and a comment really helps out my channel a lot, so I would certainly appreciate it. Once again, thank you for watching, my name has been Mangs, and I'll see you next time.